here's how Josh Hart unlocks the Knicks. Don't let this innocent smile fool you. When he is on the court, he has that killer mentality. And he just did it again, another triple-double. That's his second consecutive triple-double. No Jalen Brunson, no Miles McBride, no problem for Josh Hart. And as you can see here, look at the rebound column. Josh Hart is 6'4" people. He gets more rebounds than 7-foot players. Look at this, the last 5 games, 14, 15, 11, 13, and 12. For a 6'4" player. And this season he's averaging 14 points per game, 8.6 rebounds, which by the way is a career high, and 5.5 assists, which also is a career high. He has a plus minus of 203 this season. If you want to know, that makes him 21st in the entire NBA in plus minus. His best buddy teammate, Jalen Brunson, is number 19, as you can see right here. And this is the top of the list. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leads the way at 386. By the way, Shai could win MVP. And his other teammate, OG, is right here at number 6 at plus 255. But I've talked about OG a bunch of times already this year on this channel. OG is having a career year. OG is going off. So how does he unlock the Knicks? Josh Hart does the little things that you need players to do, but every team doesn't always have one. Because Josh Hart is an Energizer Bunny, he always gives them energy and effort. It's hard to play as many minutes as Josh Hart plays and still go at 100% speed. Think about Russell Westbrook. Everyone looks at him and they're like, how does he never get tired? Well, it's the same thing with Josh Hart. Josh Hart is constantly pushing the pace, which is really, really important for this Knicks team. And that is one of the ways that he unlocks the Knicks. Because one of the criticisms or things that I said that they need to work on the past couple of seasons is that they kind of play too slow at times. And when you're always playing against a set defense, it makes it so much harder on your offense to score. Because sure, every team is not a top defensive team, but you have a roster full of NBA players. If they are just standing there, set and ready to go on defense, they might be able, or they should be able to, read what's going to happen on offense easier than if you're in transition and everything's kind of crazy. So one of the things that Josh Hart does to unlock the Knicks is push the pace. He will drive as soon as he gets the ball, go all the way to the basket. The way that Bruce Brown did for the Denver Nuggets the year they won the championship, Josh Hart does that. Another way that he unlocks the Knicks is his rebounding ability. One of the most important things in the NBA, at least today in my opinion, is offensive rebounds. I feel like everybody talks about the three-point shot or a steal or a block, but offensive rebounds honestly can win and lose you games. When there's a rebound, Josh Hart will get them. Josh Hart honestly has probably won the Knicks a bunch of games just because of his offensive rebound. He did it at the end of the Christmas game. He got the last 3 offensive rebounds when it was a super close, it was a 1-possession game. It was a 3-point game against the Spurs. And Victor Wembanyama was having himself a night. And there's no reason that I shouldn't believe that if the Spurs got the ball back, Victor Wembanyama could have easily made a 3 and tied the game. So he unlocks the Knicks because he does the dirty work, quote unquote, that other players don't always want to do. And so that allows Cat, especially their new addition, to be able to be the most effective player he can be. Because have you seen Karl Anthony Towns on this team? He looks like a completely different player to me. Again, I'll say it, I was wrong about the Cat trade. I was 50-50. I thought he would definitely help them on offense, so I wasn't like saying this was the worst trade ever. But I was a little concerned about the defense, and I just wasn't sure it was the best fit. But man, Karl Anthony Towns has been awesome on this team. And I feel like part of that is Josh Hart, because Josh Hart does so many things. He allows Cat to do the things that he is best at. I also feel like Josh Hart's rebounding energy is contagious, because Cat has been rebounding the ball like Josh Hart. And I'm sorry, I don't know if the numbers say otherwise, but I watched Cat in Minnesota. I do not remember him rebounding the way that he is doing for the Knicks. It's not just the number of rebounds he is getting, which is also impressive, but the way he is hustling. Like I'm saying, it's like Josh Hart, but Cat. Josh Hart also unlocks the Knicks because of his unselfish play. He doesn't care about scoring 30 points every game. I don't think he's even scored 30 points this season. And I don't know how many times in his career he has scored 30 points. From what it seems, he only cares about winning. And you need those type of players on your team. Think Draymond Green. When was the last time Draymond Green scored 30 points? It might have been the 2016 NBA Finals Game 7, where he was incredible. And he was going to win Finals MVP if they had won that game. It still might have gone to Steph. I don't know. It's like so long ago at this point. But I do remember people saying during that game, if Draymond, completed the win for them, that he would have got it. But my point is, Draymond Green, an all defensive player of the year, when was the last time he scored 30 points? Doesn't matter, because he does everything else for that team, and he is an all-star. Josh Hart can be an all-star like Draymond Green was without being a scoring machine. And that's not to say he can't score, because guess what? Josh Hart is shooting almost 40% from three. His three-point shot looks so good this season, and that's just another additional benefit that he is giving to this team. The one area he was not the best at was the three-point shooting. Well, now he has no weakness. This man doesn't get tired. He will continue to rebound the ball again and again. He will pass the ball. He actually is a pretty good passer, like underrated passer. He'll push the pace. He'll get a layup. He's tough. It seems like every game, honestly, he's like twisting an ankle or doing something, and guess what? He just plays through it. And I don't want to see players, get injured and then continue to play and hurt themselves more. That's not what I'm saying, but like, he is tough as they come. So shout out to Josh Hart, because he is really helping this team. And yes, I do still think the Knicks are going to the finals.